Hi, this is Mike Birnbaum. Welcome back. We're going to import images into our new catalog in this lesson. We can import images by going up to the File menu and choosing Import Photos and Videos, and you'll notice the shortcut is Shift-Command-I. Or we could go to the left panel at the bottom. There's an Import button. I'm going to press the Import button. We first have to select our source. On my drive, I put all of my photos into a folder called LR5_images located on my desktop. So what I'm going to have to do is find those images folder. So I'm going to click on my source, go to my hard drive, go to my users, go to M. Birnbaum, go to my desktop, and then click on LR5_images. That's the folder where I put my images. You'll notice when I do that all of the photos appear in the workspace. And you'll notice that they're all checked in the left-hand corner. That means that these are the photos that will be imported. If, for example, there's a photo that I don't want to import, like this one here, I can uncheck the checkbox. But in this lesson, I will keep it checked. There are 4 ways to import photos. We can copy as a DNG. A DNG is an open architecture for photo, and a lot of people use it from the standpoint of archiving into the future. I prefer to keep my photos in the raw format, and later on, when I've selected the photos that I like, I can then convert those if I want. The second way is to copy the photos to a new location and then add them to the catalog. And that's okay, but I feel like if you do that, you don't really have a good feel for where the photos went and the location of the photos. And so I don't use that one. Move moves the photos to a new location and add to the catalog, and I also don't use that one. The one I use is add. And the reason I use add is because I've already copied my photos from my camera or my camera's flash drive into a folder in a location that I placed it, and this way it helps me remember where those images go in the future. And so I use add, which is adding the photos to the catalog but not moving them from the folder in the location I've placed them into. And finally, on the right-hand side is where the photos will go. In the File Handling panel, we can render the photo previews, and I choose for this course minimal because I want it to go fast. But in real life, I would choose standard because we'll get a better image, higher quality, and it will take a little bit more time. We could check Build Smart Previews. Build Smart Previews allows the computer to build previews of our images so that if we're away from our hard drive, we can still work on our images, and then later when we connect back to our hard drive, the images will be downloaded with the corrections we've made to them. Since we're going to be working here in the classroom, we don't need to check that box. And finally, I like to check Don't Import Suspected Duplicates because I don't want to have 2 copies of the same photo in my catalog. Apply During Import panel. We can choose development settings for each one of our photos. So example, if we shot all of our photos and we wanted to lighten them up, we could go into the settings and change that particular effect. But in the case of this example, we're not going to change any of the photos during import. I do like to add my copyright into my metadata on each one of my photos when I bring them into my catalog. In this course, we're going to select none. And later on, I'll show you how to create a copyright. Finally, for keywords, we're going to enter in Lightroom 5 course. And what will happen is this keyword will be attached to each one of the photos so that later on when we talk about sorting, we could sort by all the Lightroom photos from this course. Imagine this catalog having 64,000 images and you want to go right to the Lightroom 5 course photos, you could do this because of this keyword that we're entering on each one of the photos. Okay, and then all that's left to do is to choose the import button. But before we do that, if we wanted to, we could save this setting as a preset by choosing the triangle by the none and going up to save current settings as a preset. We won't do that, but that's sometimes useful if you like to have the same importing process time and time again. And then finally push the import button. Now when I push the import button, I want you to watch up here in the left hand corner. You'll notice that the photos get imported and we see a taskbar when it's completed. And now inside of our catalog are the photos that got imported. Well, that's it for importing images into our new Lightroom catalog. See you soon. Bye.